Broadcast is like.
You get any echo?
No, we good there. All right, welcome everybody to the 2020 recap live with Adaptation. This is him here, Chris, and Cohen Springer.
Yeah, I didn't know you were waiting on me to say something.
No, I don't say anything. And me. Now, Rahim from CXT Guide, I don't know where he is right now, but I messaged him, and it's not like I could call him. Or can I?
I want number for him.
Nah, boy, I want number for him.
I never studied getting a number for him.
Well, Instagram always used to work.
Yeah.
Instagram. Can you get Instagram call?
That's kind of awkward. I'll go and try it. Instagram video call. Okay, I'll call him there. Nah, boy, I answered. All right, guys. We'll give him all a chance to come in just now.
All right.
Should be here soon. Everything working. Yeah, boy. You're coming on it live?
Yeah, man. Can I get in 5 minutes, yeah?
5 minutes? All right, no problem. That's cool.
All
right. Hey!
Selena, Adriana, Spanish, Swedish.
That's the first time I ever use an Instagram call, you know? Never before in life.
Okay. I just find me out.
Yeah, use one right.
Nah,
I use it to find my phone and thing.
All right, everybody on the inside, I see you all in the chat. Welcome, Jared, Adam, Adriana, Vidish, and all of you talking about curb and be high. This man sweeping.
Man, I just realized that whole set of dust underneath the straight here.
Yeah, looking like you have a barber shop.
The amount of dust must have on my ground.
That's CXC dust.
Yeah, you know, like when you're in the barber shop and everybody finish trimming. Yes,
Yeah,
all right, everybody. So you know the usual when you're on the live, like the video and click X on the chat and then like the video, and you should be it will start to spread around to all the human beings that are around on YouTube. And those of you who have the link, you could share it in the Student Hub. You could share it on your WhatsApp groups, and you could share it on Instagram, wherever you want to do. Look, Jared, say sweep away CXT. That's the next song.
Carrie Ann Reed Simpson, big up yourself. Javish, Ren, Sheen, Jerry, Destiny, Adriana. Sweep away the bad energy.
Sweep away the bad. It's not no bad energy because it's all ones, right?
Yeah. Well, we hope so.
So we're waiting for Rahim from TXC Guy to come in before we start the actual talk. So basically, only in the pre-show right now, it seems so.
Pre-show, pre-warm up. But last year around this time, I was doing grads and thing, and it was really fun.
Yeah.
I remember watching a video where you're staying down on it, you're talking about the man jacket, sit down on it, nice and thing. And
that's real fun. That's like the most fun I had in the whole year, boy. Just reading them grads videos.
That's him fella in my scout group, right? The scouts in the scout group, and he'd be like, sir, I'll make it on YouTube, you know. And I was like, what are you talking about, boy? What do you mean you make it on YouTube? And he showed me your video, and I was like, wait, look how you have this man excited now, boy. He was a he had on a red jacket, and I think he got like third or fourth or some kind of thing. I don't know if it was fourth or third, but
I feel like what you're talking about too. I feel like what you're talking about.
The man was really excited. Nah, men was loving that. But you see that grad thing? I know what to say about that right now, boy.
Okay, not more than boy.
Yeah, people. I know some of them try to create their own grads, and they try
student created grads is sometimes a little hard to organize if you're a student trying to organize the grads.
Well, last night, Form 6 I got last night. Then you all.
For real?
Yeah, I see pictures.
No. Not grads like they graduated, but grads like the grad ball, the graduation ball, and the.
Like not
everybody's still having a kind of makeshift graduation and thing, and you pose with your picture and your mask and your ticket thing and whatever.
Yeah,
And
Princess.
that ball and thing. You
Princess
can't really have a
Jasmine.
party right now. It's COVID-19.
Yeah. That ain't really going to work out too well. But yeah, I know some of them try to organize their own little go to a hotel and have dinner and them kind of thing. But that does fall through real quickly when they don't have parental support.
Yeah.
Because when
somebody end up with a serious bill.
when they call the office, right?
In school.
You call the office and be like, "Hi, we want to have a grad," and like, "Okay, just give me your credit card number," and then your child just like click. But you know, you don't know money or nothing like that, but I really feel.
Yeah, we used to do fundraisers.
These is the broken days.
Soccer bashment on the field there. We say it's like an invitational to many schools and things. And it turned out to be real. Well, it used to be pretty sizable. And it lasted quite a few years. Because I think we started it in 98 when I finished Form 5. And then it was going strong when I was still teaching Fatima. And even a bit after.
What's that?
A fundraiser for the grad now. It was called the Soccer
fundraisers. What they can have is probably have a line or something.
Yeah, I know someone was trying to organize a beach time too. But then, remember, you still have parents over here now. And if you tell them, well, yeah, we're going to the beach to celebrate graduating Form 5.
It's scary.
Be like,
some of them want to drink and thing.
Yeah, they'll be like, no, son.
As a parent, that little too sus for me, you know. That could be little. You probably trust your child, but to send them on the beach with a whole set of people and thing.
Yeah, nah. Yeah, that's for sure. In night? No. You going on crab or what?
Nah, it could be in the day. Definitely in the day.
But it must have an afternoon zest, man. You know the thing is go.
Just on the beach, that sand flies in your boyfriend. Take that.
Yeah.
Now I get a chance. These days the beach cutting real nice. I went Maracas twice in 2 weeks.
Yeah. We saw.
And water warm, everything, yes, sir?
Yeah. Well, it's about that time of year. Time.
Good for you. Good for you.
I seen Adriana saying Matthew hunt crab. Yeah, Adriana used to go away.
I just go waterfall. That beach thing.
Waterfall. Anyway, just come off a hike, so you're sweating and thing, but that water be like a bit of ice.
Ice, yeah. You feel cleaner, do you need soap after that? Come back from a waterfall and you're good there. You see that beach part where everything's sticky and sandy?
Yeah. And the problem with beach for me, that's why I used to not go to beach right.
Yeah, if it have a shower.
And you just walking in that sand and then you had to go through this whole process of washing out your foot.
Yeah.
That's that little thing that make me feel annoyed to go to the beach.
Like if there's a shower that not just a shower that just trickling water, I'm talking about a shower that blasting water.
Yeah.
I can live with that. You come out
and
then
when you was smaller, the beach used to be best because this is what we're supposed to be talking about right here. When you was smaller, the beach used to be best because everybody taking care of you now, boy. All right, come out, food thing, reach by the car, and somebody just hold a towel around you, so thing, they wash up.
They throw the water over you.
Yeah. But no, I realized I had to do that.
Yeah.
I had to take these little humans and bring this one, and when I done and I reach him, is one start standing in the back and all kind of thing like. Oh.
And then before you used to be one that's sleeping when you're going home, but now you're driving. So everybody in the car sleeping and using man who had a stare.
Watch me clapping. Come on.
Yeah.
Stay away. It's BPM. This growing old thing is for the birds.
No, it's for you too. You can't run it. Alright, let me go.
We going?
Yeah.
Where he money inside?
Now he go reach when he reach.
Hey,
look. I can see them there.
Hey, nice. Hey.
Now upside and sideways way.
Landscape.
Like just keep it.
Right.
Alright, this is Rahim from at CXC Guide who helped 1,000,001 students.
1,000,000?
I'm confident that you help 1,000,000 students, because if it's 25 subjects by 10,000 minimum for each subject. If we multiply that and extrapolate it, Kerwin could do a graph on that all day for you now and tell you you have touch people a million times.
Stick to the algorithms, no, man. Stick to the algorithms. Don't venture into the land of the mathematics, no, man. I don't want to say no, but I want to say yes.
Plenty. We stick to plenty.
All right, then share the stream.
Yeah. Share. But Spanish, you know, he's the man who does share streams and here, there, and everywhere. Mm-hmm. When they start a stream and they go to Student Hub to see if it's there, Spanish has already shared it. I see you let it here loose, boy, Rahim, boy.
You know, man, because it felt uncomfortable.
It felt uncomfortable. Just.
What are you guys though?
In Trinidad?
Yeah.
We are feeling like how you felt 3 months ago.
How I felt 3 months ago.
We like, wait now, how this thing spreading?
Actually, just start back here, man.
It start back again?
Yeah.
It start back all over the Caribbean.
All over again.
Everybody, a couple hundreds, 300, 400, 500 all over the place.
Yeah, man,
how much cases are there in the country in the chat?
It's a lot, man. Wait. Here in Jamaica? How much they have?
Yeah. How much you have now?
Let me check again. I think it's 900 plus, but let me check again.
900. Wait.
So yeah, it's 920.
920.
900?
920.
That's not like the time. You telling somebody what the time is or something.
That's something like no market, no supermarket, nothing.
No, man, it is. And
nice.
they're still going to parties out here, no, man. They're still going to parties, still.
Like when
dance.
do the live on what was it going?
Versus?
Yeah. Oh, let's see, Bean lost 13 inches of his stomach.
Oh, Beanie Man. Or when he was like, do you want to be that guy? You don't want to be that guy when they try to stop you live?
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
I was on my personal account. I posted pics on another personal account. I'm like, whoops. Okay, small.
Real?
Yeah.
But I only put the country flag in the chat. Let me see which countries here so far. Send the country flag. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't really have that much online teacher friends. So these are only 4 people that I could get. I know a few others, but when you're doing something like this, I kind of feel like, okay, let me work with people that are comfortable with so far.
In other words, people like cookie, you can wing it with.
Yeah. Eventually, we'll
improv.
We probably will to do this with like 6 people or 7 people, but I try to work out a little interview session kind of thing for my channel. So all these scapegoats. I mean, not the scapegoats, guinea pigs. Whatever it is. All right, so there we go. COVID-19 started in March, right? So somewhere around March. What was your first? What was your first feeling about COVID-19 with respect to exams? So starting with you, Christopher.
Well, boy, I thought it would have blew over relatively quickly, but then when I started to pay attention to what was going on in other parts of the world, I was like, yeah, this thing ain't going nowhere. So I was really wondering what was going on because, I mean, if they couldn't get to school, they couldn't finish syllabus. If they can't finish syllabus, how are you going to take exams? So my hope was that they would have postponed it until such time as everybody could have started both papers. But that was not the case, as we found out recently.
So it was like right on the verge of mock exams, or like halfway through mock exams?
I had students who had started mock already, and they had to stop. The last time I had somebody in class was, like I said, Friday, the 14th of March. And after that, I have not had a person in class since then. And the mock was already in full swing for some people. And we just had to stop it where it was, kind of recalibrate and say, okay, look, hold on, how are we doing this? And we had to figure out, okay, look, if we have this much work to do and we don't know how much more time, how do we stretch it? Because we can't keep going over the same thing over and over. That I mean, kind of sense. But I mean, we do it. We find a way to do it, thankfully, It turned out to be enough time.
All right, Rahim. When COVID hit in Jamaica, and you were preparing for like exams or whatnot, what was going on in your mind?
Well, everybody thought it would have been something that would be over until by May, April, but we were still shocked that the cases were still going up, the schools were still closed. But I guess everybody just got used to it. I know that CXC at first weren't saying anything, right? They weren't saying much to persons. The person was really scared. It was a bit, honestly, it was a bit crazy, especially when they made the announcement that it was going to be only the paper one. But I guess everybody just got used to it. Everybody just, as we say here in Jamaica, if a dirt's a dirt. So if a dirt's a dirt, so I guess everybody just accept the fact that, hey, it's here to stay for a very long time. So I guess we just got, I guess that's all I can say, to be honest.
As it was,
we just adapted to it.
Kerwin, your exploits were very well documented.
Right, so everything for me in the exam season is like a well-oiled machine. This happens then, crash course, this, that. No, right? you see, that's how, and I'm not even going to compare my son to COVID, but the COVID cover just flip it upside down, man. So, at the start, we were just doing news updates. Down to Rahim make one of the news updates. When I didn't even know Rahim was Rahim back then. I thought he was CXC. So, I think
CXC news channel.
Yeah. So I think, how to put this in a nice way, boy? I think CXC had problems with dealing with how to disseminate information for during this period. So people were real anxious, right? True. And in the channel, we were just trying to bring not fake news to the people to keep updated. I remember when the news broke on Cohen Springer News that we would have paper ones, right? True. And everybody was shocked, including Make IT Simple TT, who was adamant that such things can never happen.
I was just saying that I just find it would be wrong.
Yeah.
And that bothered me the most, because when COVID hit, it was in the middle of mock exam, and my students probably did their first paper, and they were waiting the next paper, and then all of a sudden school closed or whatnot. And I was checking out. Yeah, I finished my SPs, because I finished my SPs and IAs pretty early, right? But I was watching Current Springer News, and I saying to myself, nah, man, this can't be what the people are doing. I doubt. And then it just keeps going on and on and on with Mr. Uncle Wayne, right? So let's start talking about Uncle Wayne here. Right? No disrespect to Dr. Wayne. What's his name? Wesley. Right here. Dr. Wayne Wesley, the General Registrar of CX.
Chief.
Okay.
Chief Registrar, yeah. You see? Going Springer News again. Always on top of the ball. Yeah.
Always.
He from Jamaica, right, Rahim?
Yeah, originally from Jamaica.
He's from Jamaica?
Yeah.
He have a Jamaican accent.
I didn't see them on there, you know. I came across the video that they posted on the website about how good luck with exams, but honestly didn't hear the accent in his voice. I never heard it.
Okay, well, we followed him extensively, and we also followed his dance moves.
Right.
And
not me.
We call him the river dance, because whenever I ask him a question, the man could waltz around, and yeah.
He's a boss. You know that.
There were people that ask him direct questions. Why not the paper too? And the default answer is as prescribed by the syllabus.
He's a boss. He's a boss. He's a boss.
Everybody syllabus all the time.
Say that name on him. That man going to become a politician in your country, guaranteed. Guaranteed.
Yeah, he was as prescribed by the syllabus, and they just keep doing this, and then all the webinars coming up, and some of the webinars are what's called with they online, but the link not available to anybody. Okay. They have a YouTube channel, they have a Facebook page, and they have an Instagram page, but no communication coming out.
Sound good.
On these channels. Like, how you feel genuinely about CXC communication?
Who, me?
Yeah, him. Yeah. Let me hear how you feel.
I can't say crap on here.
Don't incriminate my streamer, though. I get taken down after. Thanks.
I mean, it's just not clear. It's honestly, it is just not clear. I mean, a big part of communication is even on the website. It is. I went on the website, right, and I was trying to find timetables, right. And it took me a good 20 minutes to actually find where the timetables are. I mean, but apart from that, though, they don't just give out information clearly, especially in the webinars. I didn't really attend the webinar, but somebody asked the question, what's the weighing of the paper 1 and the SBA, right? Especially since that the paper 2s are now out of this year's exam. And they said it's the same. Right?
Question? That's exactly what it is. One question. I asked a question. Totishness. Sorry. I'm very emotional about that kind of stuff. It's baffling. I don't understand. I feel CXC is one person. One real hard-working person, but they can do everything. So everything kind of half well done. Hence all the mistakes in the multiple choices and the mistakes in the other test too. I feel it had to be one person.
One person? I think it's a cohort. So we have a theory about how CXC does run. Tell them
how CXC does run?
How they does run. I remember you was talking about how you think things don't happen on the inside there. But I can't remember what you'd say in one of them videos.
I can't remember that theory, but I can't remember that theory. Again, I echo though. Somebody playing my video and I hear.
Nah, not BI.
Nah, not me.
But the communication, non-existent. And
as I say, communicate.
Let me just say non-existent. Let me be fair. It's
poor.
It's poor. Very
poor.
And it could be much better. And even with an organization that raking in the 50 million that we see revenue, whether that is US dollars or not,
there's what?
They should be able to at least show that if them hire him alone and let he just do communications to them. Right now,
I go lobby for that. I lobby him for that. He designed the website, he do the one Instagram page, and he created the YouTube channel for them.
But you know what, I think it's not that they don't have the resources or the personnel or the manpower to do it. I think they just prefer, as the culture of the CXC is, to be obscure. Obscurity brings a kind of power and control that they just comfortable behind.
So, like, you ever heard anybody else kind of complain about the black box where students go in, something happens, and then results come out, right?
Right.
And everybody else be like, so how do they grade? Do they grade on a curve? Do they do this? Do they do that? And everybody just kind of like, well, I hear, and I think, and I don't know, or maybe they just do this and whatnot. And it's kind of like, so I tried to go on Cambridge website, right? GCSE. And, well, first of all, the website is a website, right? It has like, and it layout right.
Meme that.
But I could watch every exam, the examiner's report fits, what the grade was for that year, how much ones they get, how much A's they get, how much B's they get, how much C's they get, and see that every year is the same amount of A's, B's, and C's, so there's consistency. And all kind of data you can get now. And I just say to myself, the last examiner's report that I get for our computer science paper was from 2015. And I depend on examiner's report to see what they say about the exam, which students struggle with which questions or the recommendations and all that stuff now. And I just say the black boxes get me a little annoyed.
That piece of material is like gold for teachers, but it's come really late. At least teachers who concern about what topics is the hot button topics. So I started to figure out based on my own classes and the size of my classes. Now I can kind of figure out, well, this is the problem area, this is the problem area. That kind of thing.
What you were saying, Chris? You just read examiner's report something too?
Yeah, well, when to echo one of Raheem's sentiments, when I went looking for syllabus, it took me about half an hour to find it on the website. That is on the website. Or just to be honest. So eventually I did find it, and I had to create an account, I had to create a password, all kind of thing, and then enter your credit card number to not pay for something. Then you could download it. And then
that's the CXC store. Yeah, the CXC store. In the CXC store, to get the syllabus, you have to register with the store with a credit card so that you can be able to download the syllabus for free.
I wonder why.
For free. You understand?
I wonder why.
So I read through some of the examiner reports looking specifically for questions that I knew gave trouble or had errors to see what they would say. They say, well, there was an error in the paper, so we gave a mark. And there's no mention of anything about any error. Just like, the students seem to have trouble with this question. I'm like, duh, there was a problem. Obviously, they had trouble. Or they just didn't mention it. I'm like, is that it? Yeah, no,
It's a sentence in an examiner's report I saw that said, students struggle with this question, full stop. And then number 15A. They run over 14 of it. Students struggle with this question, full stop. And now, I ain't gonna lie to you, there are sometimes in the examiner's reports where you have really good, detailed explanations about where the students fell down. Obviously, they don't know this. It is recommended that they look at this page in this textbook or some kind of thing like that. And I was like, yes.
Because at the end of the day, the math syllabus is enormous and different. Like say trigonometry, they don't have like standard limits on it. Them could bring piece of add maths technically and it in the math syllabus, and they do it already. So you need to base everything off. What's that?
With the Jan 2018 or Jan 2019, had a newspaper plus cost squared is equal to 1, and then we're going to piece by piece. So
you had to go with norms and just getting norm. I'm going to say norms and values. What values? But the norms that normally happen in the exam year by year, and they really hit a standard now. And the same thing like they expect of us teachers, they don't really do it themselves. So the COVID-19 was a kind of big exposure in terms of the level of communication we get from CXC. And I think widespread across the region, we had all the teachers union, Barbados, Jamaica, Guyana, tutor slight. I don't know what's going on with tutor this year. Anyhow,
they fight next year.
Yeah, that's a different story. But all of them were against what CXC were doing. So
let me see. All right, so let me jump to the elephant in the room now, the multiple choice and the marking of a multiple choice on IFA. Do you think, in your unbiased opinion, that the marks are going to be tainted come September? We're starting with you, Raheem.
Am I the culprit? I mean,
hold on. Before you start, you are the one that have every multiple choice under the sun,
I have never seen a past paper before, okay? And I don't have any.
You have all the answers to all the multiple choice.
I don't have any.
Yeah.
But I mean, the questions have been repeated, right? One of the concerns that I actually had at first when they announced it was that probably the universities won't take the grade seriously because it's paper one, and the questions are always repeated. But I don't think the marks will be affected. I think what will happen, as you guys said the other night, while you were on a live stream, was that the students who spend their time who do the most studying, who do the most work in school, now won't be able to stand out from the other students who might have not, probably use their time wisely while in school because all the papers are repeated. Well,
In
most of
Trinidad,
the questions are
Trinidad, we
repeated.
call that Skylark.
What's that?
Skylark.
Skylar?
Yeah.
I've never heard that before.
It's a really lazy bird. But go ahead.
Wait, yeah, man. I think that's the most that's going to happen. I think that students, everybody, most persons will come out with good grades. I mean, it's by now it should be obvious by now. So most persons are going to get a good grade. But I think what might happen is that probably a grade 1 this year might not mean the same as a grade 1 last year or next year. I think that might be a case, or somewhat of that.
All right, Chris, let me hear what your view on multiple choice.
You get to repeat the whole question? But I was just following.
Do you think the marks will be tainted? Tainted this year, like you come and tell it, and you have a COVID 1 by.
Oh, okay. I know understand what you're saying. So you're saying because it was only multiple choice and SBA and not paper 2, it would be like a kind of like a depreciated grade.
Accounts teacher depreciated, yeah. All right, cool.
Yeah. I think some people will look at it that way. And I think some people will look at it like, hey, what, these students had no choice in the matter. So I mean, it's not their fault. But I mean, as we know, a lot of countries, what we call paper countries and letter countries, you have to have letters behind the name backed up by papers. And these letters and papers don't necessarily mean anything in terms of ability. So, I mean, I think there are people out there who will give students a chance. And I think there are people out there who will not give students a chance based on that. Well, the fact, like I said, is a COVID 1 or a COVID 2. And I mean, a lot of people have been messaging asking, so what do you think a 1 is, what do you think a 2 is? And it's the same answer every time. I mean, we don't know. Only CXC could say, and like, as we've been saying a bit earlier, there's no kind of transparency. We do not know what a grade 1, the percentage for any grade for how many ever decades has ever been. We don't know. So, I mean, I would like to believe that the kids would have a fair chance at anything else as people in the past have, but I do not know if that will be the case.
All right, and Cohen.
Right. To answer that last question, he said there, most people don't know. There are few select people who know, like for the year sometimes, and then sometimes they don't know again. Some lessons teachers tell you they know what grade to get at grade 1 this year, and then sometimes they don't. I don't know. That's what they claim. Those are people who like correct the CXC for a long time, and that kind of correct thing for physics or something like some. I don't want to call nobody and next thing they're in trouble. So normally what we see in maths, when I work out with my students, anybody who worked out and get a percentage higher than 70% end up with a 1. Sometimes people I work out and are sure, all right, they get 65%. When I check, they still end up with a 1. They still end up with a 1. So if there's something sharing on Instagram, I could guarantee you that it was not over 80% or 90% is a 1. I used to think that back in the days it's not so high. A 1 is actually like it was around 70% for mathematics, based on what we see in the past. I don't know if this exam scenario where you only have paper 1s and SBAs, which is dog, like dog right now, because at least anybody who followed us and was in the student hub and work along with us, everybody who commented on my Instagram after the exams, I can't confirm 99. Anybody who commented on the Instagram post after the exam, well, most people, 99% of the people, like mash up bread, cake, all manner of different articles to eat. The exams was very easy. So I think there may be a little change in the percentage where it may be higher to get a grade 1. But where we'll see the most difficulty, as I said it to you on the Instagram live, is in the awarding of the merit list and who top this and do that and thing. Because I speak to maybe going up to 100 students who say total in a few exams, and some of them get total in the SB. So
I definitely know some of my students who pull out a sure 60 out of 60 in that multiple choice, that IT multiple choice. Because we all know the way I prepared the children, it was a little bit over the top.
Yes.
Q Goku back there, right? Yeah, but yeah. So what I was saying now, okay, so that's basically the future. So let's jump to the next session now.
All right.
You ready?
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
DM drama.
This section is called the DM drama. Because everybody get out your phone. To all those on the live stream, on the chat. You all know that you all have sent DMs to us that are very repetitive, suspect, sometimes borderline annoying.
Borderline?
Yeah, we ain't gonna lie. So what we're going to do is we're going to randomly scroll through all the DMs and pick one and read it aloud. So let's tell me the chat to go in first. Tell me the chat to go in first.
And the very first DM I have here in the request list, I literally click on the first DM right here. I don't want to see the name of the person. Good morning, sir. And the students that did paper 1s this year doing paper 2s next year. Please make me understand. What do you think about that?
No, they just think you know everything, boy. They just think you're working for CXC. Give me next one. You know your DM's hot.
Hi, good afternoon. I am so-and-so from so-and-so Inc. We would love to design a 3D logo for your brand. What's your brand name? We are making it free for your brand. Right?
That's the English. We shall making it free.
We are making it free.
Oh, we are making it free.
Like all the obvious
You're still going live, I miss it. So how things looking for the cam live? So you're going cam. Hi, can you give me a business shout out, please? Hear this, right? if you want me to shout out your business and your business have one picture on a page, one picture. One business are you shouting out? I shouting out your clothing business and you have one picture. Real people is where to shout out the business. They just start a page. You feel my followers want to see a page with one photo on it? I mean, as a real helpful and kind person, I think so, but yes, how to give value to get value. I just
you're a real helpful and kind person. That's undeniable.
Yeah, oh gosh, some people is really
All right, Rahim, your turn.
All right.
Pull out our phone and oh wait, you're on your phone right now?
Yeah, I'm on my phone right now, and I can use the laptop still.
Okay.
All right.
Random.
Hello. Right? Hello. That's it. Hello. And that is today.
Why?
Next one. When are the results going to be ready? Most of them right now is
Was that one? Was that two?
Is thank you. To be honest, you have somebody who keeps sending me their posts, like their picture of this random person. Mm-hmm. Hi, do you have past papers?
I think that's a valid question for you. That is a valid question.
No, guys, I don't have past papers. Okay, ask Kerwin. Right?
I show this man. I show. Mr. Chat.
He show me already.
I literally don't keep past papers. I know when I keep past papers, I started going this student and say anybody have past papers. Yeah, I don't keep past papers. Just out of principle right now, because I still had to go in the ministry to collect a letter just exonerating me last year business. So yeah. But they done. They complete the investigation and whatever. I'm not going to make a jail.
Now I want to find out who it is getting DCMA. Raheem, you get
many.
Many? Okay, wait. Pause. So when they get a takedown request, what is come like an email, a letter, somebody's call you?
Alright, so everything comes in email. For the Instagram, it was an email. It was a notification, and as I sign into Instagram, it just shows that hey, you have received a DMCA takedown notice. You have 1 out of 3. Therefore, if I get 2 more, the page is gone. Right? I Dropbox. They send me an email. It's a lot, to be honest. Plus the lawyers themselves, they send you an email as well with a nice little letter in it, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't want to feel that. All right, Chris, your Instagram now.
All right, let me see. Scroll in, and pick. Today POA exam was very simple. I am forever grateful for you and your videos. Thank you so much. All right.
I always get plenty of that. I'm looking for the juicy ones. Come now,
man. Hold on. I was looking for a specific one. So here let me get it just what happened in this DM, right? A man from a Caribbean country, he asked, "Sir, I could get access to your MCQ revision sessions." I say, "Well, yeah, so it's a little charge fit." He says, "So, like, I'd really right now, you know." I say, "All right, cool. I was feeling generous." So I say, "Okay, here what? I'll give you 1. Which one you want?" So I tell him I have class, maybe say Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 6 to 8, and I have 8 to 10. 8 to 10 was the econ. He says, "So you can't do the class earlier?" I'm like, my class 10 to 12, 3, half to half, 6 to, and then 8 to 10 is extra. So he said, "This week before the exam, I'm going to be by 9 o'clock." Like, I say, "Well, here what? I'll do this session and I'll send you the link so you can check it out." He said, "Okay, cool." So he asked me, I said, "Which year you want?" I said, "It's 2016, 17, and 18. Which year you want?" He said, 17. Then he said, "I can get 18 too?" I'm like, I say, "I can get 1. Which one?"
The man shoot any shot, man. Shoot any shot.
Yeah, if you don't ask him,
you miss 100%.
My video and write in the comments. This video too long. I know too long. I didn't ask you to come on my video and study, you know. You come on the video and study. And
already.
I know what I'm doing. Yes, you sure that I know what I'm doing? You sure that I'm teaching pretty good because you've seen all the followers, all the thing. But you telling me how to teach you it. And the only reason they're saying that is because they don't want to go in the chat, in the YouTube search bar, and search for the topic and find this short, concise video that I have. When I did my revision sessions and talking with all these familiar names here, they want to come and tell me, "So you're talking too much." So you know, turn off the live chat. So you have to and talk to the computer.
Yeah.
The entitlement in a cup. There's just a few people left. Most of them be real nice.
And all of
them be polite and nice. But that same fella, he messaged me and asked me, "So you have NTSI solutions?" I'm like, "No, I don't teach. I said, check that CXE guide." He said, "You're not." He said, I didn't see them. You're not there." And I went and I think I had Rahim Manuel last night. I went and I looked. And I take a screenshot of 3 places on the profile where they were. And I still didn't read them. I sent all 3 pictures and I still them right there. He replied, "I can't find them. You can send me the link?"
Let me tell you, what is make a good employee or a good person in job or entrepreneurship and everything is not the examiner. It is that being able to find information and solve problems by yourself, being able to think critically. And some people refuse to think critically. They refuse to search. So if you guys sort out that.
I'm making some clips from this video, right? So say that again.
No,
that's not.
All right, let me say it again. Let me get a good angle. What we are talking about right? So one of the very important things for being an entrepreneur. All right, let me start again. One of the very important things for being an entrepreneur, being an employee, being a good employee, finding a good job, is not necessarily getting the A's in the exam, but being able to find information, being able to think critically, being able to research, being able to be innovative on the spot, being an autodidact. I think that's the word. Being able to teach yourself. And all the students that can do that is just to the top. Them is end up being mods and admins and things on the YouTube. But the students who asking you what is Pythagoras theorem, where to find the student CXC guide, how to sign up to the student thing I can just search in Google for you all face problems in your employee phase unless you solve that out.
That's true. That's very true.
All right, let me clear mine. Really wanted to take my time out to wish you thanks for all the help and instant feedback again. It really helped me along with your videos that prepared me for the worst. The test was lovely, and I'm sure I'll get a 1 or 2. Thanks again. That's my good one.
That's a good one, man.
But the one I want to find, I can't find it. But there was this girl from a particular country. She decided to send voice notes on Instagram, right? Well, not voice notes, but like audio notes, right? And her accent was a bit rough
to interpret.
Yeah. So all I hear is figure out and I piece it together that her teacher didn't help her with her SBA properly or something. But I for the life of me, I couldn't figure out what the child was saying to be able to help the child in the DMs. So the more I text, the child just sending back a set of voice notes again and again and again and again. And is this okay? I'll tell you, it's a Jamaican accent, right? But I ain't saying like Jamaican accents are bad. But what I was saying was that one, the patois in there was so tough. I couldn't help the girl, boy. I couldn't help her.
Let me tell you, in Jamaica, you have Kingston, which is the city, and you have country, right? Which is country, right? The patois in Kingston is very different than the patois in country. Like sometimes I can't even understand them. Right? Like,
I agree with that. I fully agree with that.
Sometimes I can't even understand them, man.
Yeah, like if I had it, I couldn't play it. I wouldn't play it because that was play the child. But I mean, I just let you know that was one of the hardest DMs I had to deal with.
I got a call already simple to that. It was rough. Because I in my mind, why is this a little reggae, a little dancehall and thing? I know how the thing does go. But I didn't know how the thing does go. It's real different. Same thing can happen in Guyana when they go into full speed. Pressure.
All right, moving on to the next segment now. Next segment is Instagram questions. I got either or. Are you ready?
Okay.
So we're going in a circle. So we're starting from Chris, then go down to Cohen, then come up to Raheem, then come back to me, right?
All right. Clockwise.
So there we go.
Negative rotation, negative angles.
Doubles with sweet sauce or not?
With sweet sauce.
Cohen.
Oh, I answer too?
Yeah.
Doubles with sweet sauce. Yeah, with sweet sauce.
Repeat the question?
Yeah, right doubles?
No.
It's like a roti.
No.
Never roti?
No, to be honest, I'm Jamaican. That's it.
Take this man off here. Take him off.
Hold on. What has happened?
Never yet. Never, to be honest.
Yeah, this man never eat roti. And he's from the Caribbean.
Not even a fake
Really
roadie.
happening in Jamaica, man.
No.
All right. Well, one day, sometime in life, we had to get this man a roti, boy. Somebody from Jamaica get Raheem a roti.
One day, man.
When COVID,
One day.
Wait. Let's set this up, you know. You eat curry, anything?
Of course.
Curry what?
Curry chicken, curry mutton, curry goat, curry everything.
But why you eat it with, though?
Rice.
Right.
Rice or dumpling.
Like the real roti. All right. Okay. I say sweet sauce. All right. Next one. I say double sweet sauce. Right. Next one. Corn soup or pilau. Chris. Corn soup or
pilau.
Pilau.
Raheem.
Honestly, guys, I can be honest, guys.
You never eat corn soup, don't say this.
No, hold on. I wanted to say about the accent thing, right? The hardest thing for me, to be honest, guys, in the last 6 months or so, is to understand somebody from Trinidad, to be honest. I
understand. You understand and us talking right now?
Not really. I'm not really.
This man sit down in his life whole time, struggling to keep up with Out of politeness. I don't want to be rude. Let me just pick up
I'm speaking with my kind of proper English middle radio voice. I put on a nice little voice for you, but you don't understand what I'm saying?
I can understand what you're saying, sometimes, no man, but it's like sometimes they're like, oh,
it's speed. But when you in high school, when you hear Jamaican dance for the first time back in like the 90s, and you hear man or the killer or Buju, and you're like, what are you saying? Oh, super cat.
Yo. Yeah,
this man ducking the question, eh?
Right, so corn soup or pilau?
You see, I can't understand what you said just now, and that's why I said it.
Corn soup or pilau? You know it's pilau?
Rice and peas.
Oh, rice and peas, yeah. Rice and peas.
Rice and peas and chicken.
Right. There you go, see?
Rice and peas.
Alright, cool.
And chicken.
But you know it's corn soup too, right?
Yeah, but all you know that one, right? You know what noise is here when I write truck at a peace truck, right?
Plow.
Let me check the comments to see if anybody understanding.
We don't want to hear
Chris,
please.
They'll laugh in the comment. All right. I think all right. KFC or Church's chicken?
KFC. But Church's with the biscuits.
KFC.
Come on, it's always KFC.
I go with Church's.
KFC.
What decision?
Biscuits and Church's.
The biscuits and Church's chicken doesn't be as oily.
Yeah. And the strips, they have some nice chicken strips.
Yeah, the strips. That's all I buy there. I wouldn't buy like chicken. Anything that have a bone was always
I buy original.
Okay, we can do that. All right. Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos?
A good one, boy. I want to go Elon.
Elon? All right, cool.
For certain things, I like Elon Musk.
Yeah.
But for certain things, I like Jeff Bezos. So it kind of even. I mean, I know the megalomaniac part for both of them. But
so it is either or.
It's trying to be the road. Man, like when he go down vote, he go and put the X on between the line.
Either or.
Let go, Jeff.
Jeff Bezos. All right.
Net worth.
Rahim.
I'll go with Jeff. Jeff is Jeff all the way, man. Because because of how much of an entrepreneur he is, and if you like hear his story, like how he started Amazon, it's Jeff. Has to be Jeff.
You sound like an entrepreneur, scary.
Huh? Yeah, man. He's very good one.
I am 100% Elon Musk.
Of course, Mr. IT man.
Just about to say that.
That's a prerequisite.
Yeah, once that space taxi start to work, I taking a trip to the moon, I'll be there.
All the lessons money.
I invested from now.
He just come and throw it on his feet too. And he say it's still short a couple 100,000.
I take out that kidney.
Take out that kidney. Yeah. All right. Come to.
All right, next one. Call of Duty or Halo?
I don't play either, but I'll go with Halo because my brothers play that.
I enjoy Halo from back in the days, and I never played enough Call of Duty yet. But I know Call of Duty now would be more intriguing than Halo. But I had to go with Halo because I spent more time in Halo back in the day.
Your decisions just take a while, but
yes, I spent some thought into it.
Right.
I played Call of Duty for like 5 minutes or so. So I'll go Call of Duty.
How old are you, Rahim?
I'm very old.
He's 21. He's 19. He's 20. 19.
I know how they started to put 22, and I was wondering why.
Wait, you post something on Instagram that I have your age.
No.
Now he got it well.
No man, this star they posted that
22. Raheem
22 they post exactly, and I said, and I'm like, how they get 22 from? But I guess I didn't say anything though.
All right, I rather Halo because I used to play Halo back in the day.
Right.
Call of Duty wasn't I had important things in life like getting married. I think when Call of Duty was starting to get important. And them kind of stuff.
Yeah, true.
All right. Oh God, that's some weird ones, eh?
Yeah.
Eat 10 spoons of maggots or bite off 2 of your fingers. Eat 10 spoons of maggots or bite off 2 of your fingers.
No, I like my fingers. So I'll take the maggots. They might have some good protein.
I take any maggots right through.
Sprinkle some salt on that.
Oh boy. Why must I answer that? But maggots. Fingers important.
No,
Yeah.
I hate maggots. I hate maggots. Sorry, fingers.
Well, bite off 2 of your fingers.
Bite off 2 fingers. Sorry.
What? Why are you here?
I feel like it's a logical decision. I feel if it come down to it, you're not biting off your 2 fingers, brother.
Wow.
Make it type. Or you can make your website.
No, but hey, you all know a band from a metal band from back in called Black Sabbath, right? With Ozzy Osbourne and the guitarist Tony Iommi, right? Tony Iommi used to work in a machining factory, and he cut off the tips of 2 of his fingers on the fretting hand, and he had to get stuck on it. And that was before he started with Black Sabbath. So a lot of the music, all the music he played since then was with prosthetic fingertip.
Okay.
But he didn't say fingertip.
Is it?
No. But I just saying. Ways and means. Where there's a will.
Keep in mind,
Some maggot with salt.
I want you all to keep in mind that this man ain't understanding what we saying.
For the most part, yeah.
We talking here, and this man just picking up snippets.
All right. Here's our next one.
I see it on your face.
Online teaching or face-to-face teaching?
Face-to-face, boy. Face-to-face.
Online. I do more online. You
Online,
just reach more.
Yes. Online as well.
I'm a believer in the online.
It's very easy, trust me.
I do a cool answer for this one, boy. Well, you see, right?
No. It's a yes or no, brother. It's a yes or no.
Either or.
Way, boy. Sure. Face. Online.
Online.
Yeah, online.
Cheese stand alone.
Dog. I'm not telling you. But I love face-to-face because I could be sarcastic and people don't know when I'm sarcastic. Because my face was like the same, and they'd be like, "Sir, you serious or not?" And I'd just be like dying, like,
enjoy yourself.
Yeah, because I have you on your toes now. All right, look at this one. Mona or Saint Mona or Saint Augustine?
I went to St. Augustine. I never went Mona, so I can't make a good judgment, a fair judgment. I could only go what I know.
Hey, is that yes or no?
Maybe.
No, that one did. That one hit me, you know. I never went Mona. I never stepped foot in Jamaica.
Yeah, me neither. I had to go to Devil I know.
Yeah.
St. Augustine.
Right. Well, yeah, St. Augustine too.
Mona, come on, guys. Mona.
And they raise fees for no reason.
What's that?
And the fees rose for no reason just now, like the other day.
Yes. Oh gosh. Now it's in US dollars.
It's in US dollars.
Yeah.
And you're still choosing them. Why fees and raisins in Augustine, you know?
Really?
I don't know.
All
right. Easy one now. Curry chicken or stewed chicken?
Curry chicken. But the better question is there roti with which to eat it?
You see, don't tell me that. Curry chicken, in terms of taste, above stew chicken, but on a consistent basis, you can handle stew chicken. You can't handle curry chicken every day.
You must be a maths teacher, you know?
Yeah. Hey, you're not supposed to be understanding what I say now. So I'm going to this stew.
I love curry. Curry quite stronger, yeah.
I go in stew chicken.
Rhyme is you and me, boy.
Nah, stew chicken you could put in your fridge and eat it later.
Ooh, that next thing.
Yeah.
Curry chicken, I don't know how you're putting it in the fridge and how you're heating it up and thing.
Yeah.
You see that special dish. I mean, like when I touch down in a wedding, I don't care about no knife and fork thing and I want roti. but I can't eat roti every day. I can't eat curry every day.
You can't say roti so liberally again. Remember, we're multicultural here. Some people don't know what roti is.
Right.
That's just
so what is it then? If you don't eat roti, like where is full of the air with then? Okay.
Nah, I feel that's something equivalent, like bus up shop, that is called, I don't know.
Like okay, what is called the sada roti, bake. What is called the flat? Rahim, you are talking to where you all call the flat thing made out of flour.
Bread?
Is that your fritters?
Fritters?
That's not.
Yeah, I have one here. What is called this?
What's that? Unless I'm not sick. Well, I'm on my phone number.
Alright, that's not. Let's see.
Look at the YouTube. Well, let me see.
For my first screen.
I was getting a picture from.
I don't know.
What is called that?
I can't even see. Hold on. Let me look. Hold on.
You see it now?
Gabriel.
Oh, that's roti.
I feel
that's roti.
He's from uptown Jamaica. He's not a good representation of Jamaica. He's from some rich boy spot in Jamaica or something. You don't know.
No, man, it's not. I just never had it before, man, to be honest.
Yeah, the man had it.
Wow. Okay, last one.
Well, let's call this the tomato thing. Well, let's call it tomato thing.
Tomato?
This.
Yeah.
Is that baked bean? Is that baked bean?
Baked bean? No, it's
I said tomato. It made out of tomato.
I don't know. What's that?
Don't do me this now. Tomato. Okay, where's called this? It make out of okra.
Come on, guys.
And the stick, no funny screen, the stick.
I don't know.
Alright,
I don't know.
Tomato choker.
Last one.
Uh,
Apple or Android?
Apple.
Is that next going on? So no, we waited for him to finish.
Android for workflow, Apple for creativity.
The thing said either or.
Oh gosh. I use my Android for answering calls on WhatsApp and for doing cloud services. I use my Apple for content.
So,
oh gosh, Apple. It's alright, Apple. I love content more than doing admin stuff.
Yeah, agreed.
Rahim.
Apple. I mean, it's just easier because I have my phone and my MacBook, just seamless. Apple.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Android.
Oh gosh.
That's not a question. For people who like to dig up and stuff and configure and tweak and all them kind of thing, it has nothing beats Android when it comes to configuring and tweaking and whatnot.
That's true.
All right. So last segment now. What's next, kids? Sorry, not kids, but I mean, what's next, guys? You have 5 minutes to tell the world what are your plans, what are the things that you're doing, and what you're looking to do in the next year, maybe how you're gonna take the online teaching to a next level, whatnot. So, Christopher from Adaptation, what's next?
Right. Well, honestly, I'm just trying to get better at the craft of making videos, but I need to probably put together a bit of a team like how Kerwin have a little team and I have a team too. But trying to do all that stuff by myself is proven to be a bit challenging. Really challenging. But yeah, getting some getting some grades all over the place. I'm looking to become a year. But yeah, so the plan is to continue, like I said, making quality content for the people, as Kerwin would say, and keep reaching out to people who need help and finding different ways, different avenues to educate and entertain and get better at the craft. That's the only thing. You gotta keep sharpening your saw. You gotta get better at what you know, and also trying to get a better sleep cycle going, because all these 11 o'clock at night till 5 in the morning and then waking up and exercising going wholly. Yeah, so just trying to be healthy too, because you have a balance. But yeah, just trying to be the best I can be in the best way possible.
All right. Nice. All right, Cohen Springer, what's next?
The Student Hub is 3 things. 1 is free online content, which is my YouTube channel, the Student Hub, Discord, Instagram, every social media stuff that we give out free. The middle thing is online classes at a high quality online classes at an affordable rate. So my aim for September is to try and offer as many CXC subjects as I can online to the region and put it in a really nice, solid ecosystem that, all my experience and vibe and energy and audience that I built could be leveraged against that, so that students really get their monies with, way beyond their monies with, for anybody who, especially with this new normal that we have with COVID-19, students can really benefit from this, and I know a lot already benefiting. So far, we have upwards of 200 students already coming on board already online, and we have only opened up 2 subjects, maths and admaths. So the aim is to get that online aspect of online teaching, so that people might want to forget about the traditional method of teaching. At least it's an option, especially for those who want to learn by themselves. And the third arm of the Student Hub is resources, books, guides, things that CXC Guide is post. CXC Guide will post to create as many of that as possible, hard copy, soft copy, so that I really find some of the textbooks one thing. Because I find a lot of textbook authors make textbooks for teachers almost like if they're making the textbook to show off their textbook making skills. I want to make a textbook so that everything was broken down like choker. Right? There are a few textbooks that I go in and I really love. One of the textbooks that I really love is this textbook here. I don't know if you all know this textbook. Anybody do physics? Physics for you? The thing has cartoons, it have ideas, it have examples. You can just read it like a storybook and feel like you're understanding. I want to make the maths textbooks just like that, physics textbooks just like that. And when it comes to questions, just questions, like a question bank, SBA bank. So I have those in the work with my team, and hopefully next year we can get that. So that's the 3 things I'm working on for like the next 5 years, continuing the free stuff, continuing the ongoing monthly online classes, and building resources. So that's what people can look out from me continuously.
Nice. All right. Mr. Raheem. Raheem was McDonald there.
Yeah.
What's next for you?
All right, now, my plans are kind of big. I think too big for me to actually do. First thing I kind of really want to do still is to finish the website, where they can get all the materials, because that is the really big thing I want to get out of the way right now. And I'm making it from scratch, so so it's coding, a whole bunch of typing, so that's gonna take some time, right? By the end of September, I should be finished. But one of the things I kind of want to do, as what Kerwin also said though, was to make some really good textbooks for students. But I'm not thinking about the explanation part. I'm really thinking about exercise books, for example. And I'm gonna see if I can actually work with like teachers or tutors to actually make them for like each subject as well, and have like I'm thinking about hard copy mostly, because that soft copy thingy it's easy to get out there. but yeah, man, I'm thinking about all of that. I'm thinking about trying to find a way to turn the page around a little bit, to see if I can actually attract persons who might want to advertise on the page and stuff like that, just to make it more like a community. And of course, I'm going to be embedding Holiday videos on the website as well, so you can actually watch. But yeah, man, I was even thinking about having the company registered and having like a name change to for example, like a non-profit. And of course, the YouTube series that's coming up. I am trying to build a team. Well, I can build a team here because I actually have some applicants. There are some students who apply for either the graphics team, and they're very good. There are students who want to write the blog posts or the blog entries, and they came up with a name. The name is After School Talk. Okay? Yeah, After School Talk. That's what they named it together. And honestly, I'm just really looking forward to see how much that can grow and to see what can come of it. So eventually, I might have 2 separate pages.
Okay. All right, nice. Well, for me, what's next for me is my goal in life is to make IT simple, right? And that's not a cliche, kids. That's to make it simple. And I want the whole Caribbean to be able to become the new Silicon Valley kind of vibes, where if we want software, we don't have to go and buy it from some other country. We'll have our own software developers inter-island sharing, and people getting into IT, not just learning it, because we have real people learning IT and doing degrees and all that kind of stuff. But I want the Caribbean to become practical at IT, and we start to develop our own indigenous kind of apps, our own type of services. And if you want a coder, if you want a developer, database administrator, it has somebody in your country who knows how to do it and they enjoy doing it. And the reason I think we don't do that in the Caribbean is because we think IT is something that is foreign. That because it was, only the really, really smart people from other places that do IT. But I've seen a lot of children with a lot of potential who, when they learn things, they're able to do it. It's just that the market is not there. So I just want to create a sort of a sort of safe space to say, all right, when you study IT, you're not just going to be stuck sitting behind a desk editing spreadsheets. You're going to study IT, and you're going to learn how to create things that have value, and people are going to want to buy it. Governments are going to want to buy it from other companies are going to want to hire you to be a part of their team. Bigger companies are going to want to come and buy your startups and those sort of things. That's my goal. So by the next 5 years, all the children are coming out with IT degrees. I want to see them building apps, and I want them to say, it had this man on YouTube, boy, 5 years ago. He ran a little programming competition, and I programmed something in Scratch, and that made me feel like I was good enough. And then when I went and I studied IT, I was able to turn it into something bigger than myself. So I myself most likely had to get a team eventually. And just like Kerwin had to get a team. But remember, Kerwin didn't doing this donkey years, well, 3 years, yeah, but I mean, long enough to be the godfather of the thing, right? And we, everybody know that. But I looking to build a little team of coders, developers. I don't know if you ever heard about an incubator, a tech incubator. It's basically you have a house, and people just come with an app idea, and you allow them to stay there and work there, and you just kind of give them food and resources and a fast internet connection. Yeah, no, it's like
cool.
And then they come and they build out the app in about 3 months, and then they get investors to get it, and then they move on, and you just be the person that get like a 10% because you house them in the building process. So I want to get like incubators and those kind of things going in Trinidad and be that guy. So that's why I have the programming competition. It's called My Caribbean Story, where the children have to program a story based in the Caribbean about how they survive in COVID-19, and that's the competition I'm going to be running. That's going to launch tonight at 10 o'clock. The video is going to go live.
Yeah, actually, it's a notification like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah. I mean, all that stuff. So I'm really looking forward to see what the children do with respect to creating a story in Scratch, which is the most simple programming language.
They give you the prizes.
Right? Well, the prizes, based on their choices, I was going to get them an iPhone, but we decided against it for some reason. The poll, and I make sure I leave the poll up long enough to get more than 500 votes, because I could take a little 100 votes and be like, well, it's clear that they were the Galaxy A71. But the prize structure is a Galaxy A71, a Galaxy A21, wireless earbuds, and then 1 year free classes, 6 months free classes, 5 months free classes, 4, 3, 2, 1, go all the way down to 10th place. And because I want them to learn. And Kerwin Springer agreed to be one of the judges.
Oh, I thought you were going to say I agreed to sponsor prizes or something.
We'll get sponsors eventually. But yeah, that's my goal. My goal is to make IT simple for the whole Caribbean, and they will love to do it.
Yeah,
all right. Sounds like a plan, and all you guys will be on the inside. So this was my first interview show. All right, we had 10 more minutes. I was planning to go till 10. But I don't know if Ollie had to go anywhere, but normally Ollie stay up late anyhow. So we can take some questions from the chat. All right, let me get some intelligent questions from the chat.
No. Exam's done. You can do that.
What Ollie realized is I could put the questions up on the screen straight there. So I just testing to make sure you see your name. This is what Jarvis say, Mr. Kerwin, like, what? Free classes from me? Excuse? Pardon, I never said that. Yeah, questions from anybody? Let's go. I probably have a little lag right here. Yeah. What's up?
Kerwin, you were talking about 75% being in 1CXC according to some teachers. Have you ever heard something about CAPE? Around the same thing for CAPE too.
Actually, I hear CAPE is lower.
It's easy. You get over 70%. But what can really kill you is like if you don't know a specific profile, like if you're knowledge poor, but you're getting A's in other things, you must get a 75%, but because you score so low in your profile, sometimes I find like students like twos and things with that, like they get AAC and then end up with that 2, right? So, so you want to be kind of even across the board, not lose marks in like one. Let's call it profiles.
Yeah. All right. Let me all say this in a unified tone. I do not know.
September.
Ready? 3, 4.
I do
You don't
not
know the exact
know.
date. No one know. I sure no one in the world right now know the exact date results coming.
Uncle Wayne, no.
No, you don't know. don't know Uncle Wayne. You don't know nothing. Uncle Wayne probably was just saying me. So I think it's coming out early September. Because that what it is, sometime around September.
All right. What do you think about the fact that CXC uses questions from a limited database for their paper one?
Lord have mercy. I think that's a crime. I think they need. I mean, listen, you have 365 days in a year. You make up one question a day. That's basically 6 papers for the year. I don't understand. One of them.
There's a little more to than that.
Teachers.
In that they have to make sure the question balanced and that the question testing a certain thing. But I mean, it's still very easy because they have to make sure the same profile thing match up and that they get each topic tested and all kind of things. So they already developed one balance system 40 years ago, 20 years ago. So they don't want to shake up the barrel too much. But
I don't think so. This change.
It's time.
Gotta do something.
It's like a naked man running around the place. That's what I think about.
All right, Seismic. Well, what is your opinion on doing CAPE, especially for this year, given the situation we're in?
I think if it's something you feel you need to do, then you could go ahead, because I think some people, you're not ready to go off to university just yet. They need to mature a little bit and to get accustomed to the workload. But I think there are people out there who might be able to make the jump, but it'll have to be a very well managed jump if you're going straight from O levels to tertiary. That's a bit difficult, I don't lie. But I mean, it really depends on the person and the resources available.
That's true.
I personally find CAPE is a nice safety net for you to go through to test to see if you really like this subject or not. Because if you jump from CXC and then you go straight into a degree, you might find yourself at age 21 asking yourself, but why really do that for, boy? Because you may not know exactly what you wanted to do. CAPE is a good place to kind of figure out, I don't really like this. I feel I should do something
else. The nice thing for CAPE is to, why say in lower 6, join as many things and do as many things as you can, music, football, whatever. So again, I'll taste everything. This is that time when you can experiment a little more in the safety of CAPE, experiment with your subjects, other things. So that you'll be ready when university time comes.
All right. Look, we're getting some breaking news here from Zachary. Apparently, they said September the 22nd. That's kind of far. What video from Uncle Wayne passed through? There's a video.
Send links. Send a link.
This is unverified information, people. Unverified.
Yeah, that is, I don't know about that.
Has not passed on this.
we do not, these are not the views of the panel.
Take that out.
All right. What do you think students going into lower 6 will do after only doing paper once for CSEC this year? Boy. Hold on, let me lead with this one. I could tell you a child who got a 1 in IT from multiple choice is going to struggle in computer science. Struggle. And there's no question about it. I have my work cut out for me for whoever coming to do computer science in lower 6. I have real work to do to make sure that they could they would be able to do the work. They were struggling in IT too, but computer science would be worse.
That's true.
Yeah. Anybody going into CAPE account will struggle anyway. So paper 1, paper 2 don't matter. That jump is always usually very big for them.
But people
who work straight in with no papers, same thing.
People who didn't do maths, paper 2 get wrong. They would realize that pure maths is a scene. Because they get to think critically now. Good night in the background, Chris.
Boss lady.
Sorry,
Like,
I'm putting some dinner.
Yeah, mix it coffee or whatever.
you know, there's almost a midnight snack. Let me take one more question before we go. All right, it's kind of straightforward.
I can jump in here first.
Go ahead.
If you don't know how to do it, the only way to be hard is if you learn how to do it.
Everything in Form 6 hard, but I have not bounced up a student who has done Form 6 and said this thing easy. It meant to break you. It meant to stretch you, and that's a good thing because it stretches you beyond your academic limits. And what you think you would break at, you realize that you're capable of much more, and that'll help people in university when they reach. They will be like, university not that hard. It's just a lot. But in terms of the direct amount of content, CAPE is the most concentrated amount of information that I've ever experienced in my academic life.
Really? Nah, boy. You didn't do mechanical engineering.
I did computer engineering.
You find CAPE was harder than computer engineering?
I didn't say it was harder. I say it's a concentrated amount of information in a short space of time.
Yeah, what they used to tell us? You used to say CXC was 5 years for like 10 subjects.
Right.
CAPE is like 2 years for 8 subjects, and university is 1 semester for like about the same 6 subjects.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's not that it was extremely hard. It was plenty. It had some of them. Like out of the 6 courses you do in any semester, you have 2 killer courses, and the other 4, you could probably fight through.
You could probably get a C.
Yeah.
Because I'm never
It depends on how I have a GPA,
Yeah.
But I find like university year 2 was the most concentrated period.
All right. I could get that. It would be on par. It would be on par. But in terms of your age, at 17, 18, getting that concentrated amount of information.
In terms of age,
you would die.
Because you say coming from CXC, not to stay too long in the question, but you're coming from CXC. Some of them brilliant students, like a brilliant student, the CXC exam was unbelievably easy. They like pass you like, this is it? Is this it? And then when you reach in CAPE and they hit you pure maths and you realize you need to do all these questions to try and get a good understanding of the subject, the workload could catch you off guard if you try to do a last minute study cram thing like what we did.
All right, guys. Well, it's 1 minute before 10 o'clock, so I don't want to keep you beyond my bedtime. So thank you very much. Final words, 20 words or less. Go.
No one exam can define who you are or truly show your capabilities. Life is what you make it, and don't let anything like an exam define who you are, what you're capable of.
Yeah.
I wasn't left.
I don't really have anything.
How am I going to beat that?
Well, I know we answer the bar very high, so I don't have anything deep or philosophical to say. All I want to say is keep following these guys, including myself, throughout the year. Like after exam period, obviously there's a death in the enthusiasm. You lost 100 followers, 200 followers, that kind of thing, and then it starts to pick back up as you start to go into exam again. As they say, I've been doing it a while, so I kind of know how it's goes. So I want to say keep following the guys throughout the years because these fellas will help you in more than accounts, more than IT, more than guides. They will help you in. It's a good bunch. It's a good crew here. It's a good crew. Somebody see when we turn on. If this was the Caribbean Avengers, this is it. So as long as I don't have to be Hulk or anything. As I said, make it simple. He said, "Why? How are you so full of something?" I said, "I just want company, and I just want company." So this is my good company here with these gentlemen. Keep following them, keep pushing their content, and maybe if you graduate university really nice, you can come and work for me.
All right, cool. More than 20 words, but we good. Rahim.
You know, Karen, I think somebody said they're going to buy me a car in there. You know? I can screenshot that comment. But I mean, there are bigger and better things coming along in next year. I actually wanted next year to be even better because, you know, this year it was mostly me and then me having to having to message teachers, asking for this, asking for that. So hopefully I could build a bigger team for next year. So bigger and better stuff coming, as I mentioned with the post. Though, but I can't top Chris's own enough because he said it.
Yeah, well, that's it, guys. Thank you very much for your time, for being excellent guinea pig. And y'all can look out for more interview shows like these on my channel with more different people, scholarship winners, people who work in the tech industry, people who do university applications and resume building, or whatever it is whoever I want to interview. This is the format I'll most likely use because they seem to be working out well. So thank you very much, guys. You all have a great night and keep following the channel. So in the comments, I'll put the links to everybody's stuff. So you can just DM me or whatever stuff all you want me to put in the comments of this video because most likely people will watch the videos after and kind of like want to know. I mean, you probably know Kevin Springer already and you don't really need to know anything new about him. But the student hub stuff, right? The student hub stuff. Right. Yeah. All right, later.
All right. Yep.
Bye.